Hello, I'm Saif Bagmar. Today I will talk about a standalone book, Guns of the Dawn by Adrian Tchaikovsky. We do not have many standalones in fantasy fiction these days. We should have more, I think. A book series is great, a standalone is sublime. Now, Guns of the Dawn is a fantasy fiction, mainly a combination of military fiction and historical fiction, with a little touch of magic through His Majesty's hand. If you think you do not like military fantasy, the author here kept the violence or combat scenes to a certain level, as little as possible in a flintlock fantasy. By the way, they use flintlock guns in this book. It is not only the war, but the war related facts and elements that got focused in a subtle way. That makes it a good book. We all try to know about war, what war can do to us, but is it possible to know enough? Here in this book, after years of war, some people started to know what kind of propaganda was at play, how the war was staged, and the devastation of war at personal level. When family members leave home, go to war, and die, one single death breaks a family, inside and outside. The main character is Emily Marshwick, who is drafted to go to war, the war that has already destroyed her country. After the young men, the king sent the older men and boys to war. Then it was one woman from every household. When the other minor noble families sent one of their housemates, Emily decided to join the war herself. The book starts with her war experience. Then the story goes back to her past life, her family, father, two sisters, and her younger brother. Every character is realistic, helps, and builds the main character and the story. Adrian Tchaikovsky is a realistic author. When you read fantasy fiction, a realistic author makes the book unforgettable. The world building is clear and accurate. The war is fought on two fronts. Emily goes to the front called Levant, a massive swamp with the constant sticky heat, where the environment or atmosphere makes it impossible for the soldiers to fight the war in conventional ways. Advancement becomes slow. Survival in the swampland is another war itself. One noticeable character is Malin, a guide or tracker and explorer of the swamp. There are Tubal, Brocky, Angeline, who were likable characters also. Here, the companionship of soldiers to survive war stress or trauma seemed natural. And more prominent was the character development of Emily and Mr. Northway. Very interesting. Their relationship is somewhat competitive, but they learn to admire each other. It is a slow paced book, but not boring or dull. This book reminded me of Vietnam War, World War One, World War Two, even. It showed me again how nationalism, propaganda are used as tools for waging wars, and how mass people fall for it and think they are just. The war gets justified. Then life is lost or devastated. This book, only one thing I did not like was a love triangle. Totally unnecessary, out of place, in this case, out of book. To me, it is a good read. I guess now I will read other books of Adrian Tchaikovsky. That's it. Take care. Goodbye.